Tyler, so in a lot of your films, you have these strong female leading characters dealing with all sorts of pain. Melinda is a little different. She's a little crazy. And apparently your favorite?
Yeah,
What
but
makes her so special?
she doesn't know she's crazy. And there are a lot of people in these situations where they don't know that something's off a little bit. I wouldn't say she's crazy. It's just off a little bit, and she believes her own narrative. So I was really excited about writing this, really excited about having Taraji play it, because as you follow the story, you think you got this movie figured out.
Yeah,
you don't know
really
you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and taking acrimony into account, do you think it's possible to save a relationship after someone's cheated once?
I do. I do. It depends. It's about rebuilding trust. I do. I think that is possible, but both people have to be willing, and I think it's more on the person who was cheated on to have that level of trust, because gaining trust back is really difficult.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to, say, a friend if she came to you and said, Tyler, I think you may have cheated on me for the second time?
Oh, the second time. That's second time. I would find out what I would want her to find out why the lie. Why the lying? Why the lying? Just even if you don't know why it is, well, let's have a conversation so that we can try to discuss and figure out what the lies are. Why are you doing this? So I would want her to try to figure that out just for her own sake. She doesn't have to stay, but just for her own sake, to understand that if you don't get the answers there, if you just cut your phone off, change your number, and move on and move away, you're leaving wounds unsettled. So the next guy you go on to, you're going to be carrying some of that same baggage. So it's very important to get the information.
Yeah, carrying some of that weight.
Yeah.
And lastly, casting for your characters, what made, Taraji the perfect Melinda?
Because Taraji carries, first of all, she's a brilliant actor. That's why that first scene in the movie, I didn't want to cut. That's why you see the camera going in with no cuts, because she's showing you her range. I just wanted her to have, nobody could have played this role but her. I mean, it is her. I mean, look at her in that picture. It's totally her. Yeah.
So guys, your film, Acrimony, it is pretty wild. It's a thriller. Taraji, your character is unhinged. Tell me, what was it like for you getting into this role, and why did you decide to take part in it?
Well, I decided to take part in it. One, I love Tyler Perry. I mean, I know when he's calling, he has something for me, And he had me at "This is your Glenn Close" moment in Fatal Attraction, and I was like, So then I read it, and he was right. And, I wanted to do it, but I just didn't know he expected me to do it while I was filming Empire. So he knew exactly when he says he was writing it for me, he meant that, because he knew he had a limited time to film it. He was like 10 days. 10 days. So I was like, Empire's not gonna let me off for 10 days. So then he came up with the idea of because he wanted me to play Melinda from beginning to end. Yeah. So then he had to cut that out. And then he was like, okay, well, we need to find someone younger to play you. We'll get younger characters to play Robert and Melinda. Yeah. That's what he did. So then we did our part in 5 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quick, but I mean, beautiful performances from both of you.
Thank you.
And in your narration, you had this question that just kind of stood out to me, and you said, why do women always feel bad when they shouldn't? What do you think of that line? What do you think about it in real life? Why do you think that happens to women?
I mean, that's just been the society, right? We get shunned for speaking our minds. If you speak up, you're too strong. You're being too aggressive, too masculine. If you, if it's a black woman, you being black and angry. You know what I mean? But why can't you be passionate about something you believe in? Men can do it. Why can't women be? Why we have to have a label when it's
Lyriq,
us?
I want you to weigh in on this too. I want to hear the man's perspective.
No, I agree with everything. It's societal.
Or she's whining.
Yeah.
Why are we whining?
Or she a bee.
Yeah.
It's like. Yeah. We've seen certain turns of events in the past year that has happened, especially in our industry, and I hope that's a launching pad for change, positive change, in all across the board in every industry, to stop the foolishness in terms of what we expect from each other as human beings. Yes, there's certain differences between men and women, but I think the gray matter is one that is exercised based on how you use it. So we all have the same capabilities that way.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's something that we're going to confront and put into action.
Yeah.
in the immediate
I definitely
future.
think so. I hope so.
Yeah.
Also, tell me, what drew you to the role of Robert to take
Well,
part in this? 'Cause you're always in trouble. It seems like she's got to have it, troubled marriage, Acrimony, another troubled marriage.
I like to tell stories that people could relate to, that people are going through in their everyday lives. They watch films and TV shows for escape. So sometimes let's not just let them escape. Let's educate them. Let's relate with them. Is it art depicting life or vice versa? So if they're that closely connected, let's put something out there that people could learn from. So I like things like that people could relate from, or relate to. And I got the Gone Girl speech, where this is Tyler's first Gone Girl. It's like his Gone Girl. I'm like, oh wow, that's a pretty cool concept, and I like Gone Girl. So that was part of the attraction. And then meeting with Taraji and finding out she was a part of it was boom.